Please don't be upset, I shot you by accident. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Starbound. Last episode, we finally fixed our spaceship. But before we go and journey to other planets, we're going to explore the outpost a little bit, and I'm going to have a look at what we've got here. So let's take a look. First of all, we have the shipyard, and this is where we can buy hover bikes and I think a boat as well. So basically, this is where you can get your mini vehicles. And down here, we have a mech station. Eventually, we will come back and do this mission, but let's take a look around first. These mechs are used for exploring in space, and we can have a lot of fun with those. Down here, we've got a penguin hangout, I guess. This mission's actually pretty tough, so we're gonna wait on that guy. Here we have the teleport shop. This is where we can buy personal teleporters. They're pretty expensive, so it'll probably be a while before we're using any of these, but we'll keep them in mind. Right here we have Terramart, which I believe is where we can buy farms, plant stuff, eggs, things like that. Here is a llama right next to a mysterious looking gentleman. Here is the tech lab. This is where we'll be getting some upgrades. There's a mission here as well, which we will get to as soon as we finish our little tour. Here we have a sign machine. This is where we can design our own signs, and I believe, if I remember correctly, it's free to use once it's open. Here we have a mining shop where you can buy minerals. We are never going to use this because we mine our own minerals like real men here. And here is Frog Furnishing. This is one of my favorite stores, not just because of the furniture, but because of the colony deed. In this playthrough later on, we've got big plans for the colony deeds. Basically, this allows you to make colonies on planets and have tenants that live in buildings you make. It's really cool, and we're gonna have a ton of fun with it later in the playthrough. And last of all, we have Infinity Express, and this is basically where you can buy supplies if you're really in a pinch, but most of these we will try to make ourselves and not pay for. Eventually we'll have our own farm, so we won't have to worry about buying food anyway. Now that we've finished our tour, we're going to go back to the tech lab because those upgrades will really help us out. Okay, so Elliot, the scientist, has got the quest for us to get 10 copper bars so we can test the new prototype. So let's get started on that, and let's get to mining. And it turns out we already have more than enough copper for the mission, so we are going to just head straight back to the tech lab. So this is going to be nice and simple. Okay, we have given Elliot the copper, that's what it is. We have given Elliot the copper, and now we should be able to unlock the dash tech, and it looks like we get to be the one that tests it. Talk to me when you're ready to test it. We are already ready, so let's do this. I believe this is an obstacle course, so let's have a look at how this is gonna work. Okay, so double tap A or D. Ah, there we go. Ah. I'm speed. Ah, we messed up. Let's try again. There we go. I'm guessing we don't want to touch the beams of light. Oh, we've got to get by really quick. Okay, here we go. We made it. There we go. And we did it. We are officially speed. Okay, so we finished the mission for Elliot. We've been paid money, well, pixels, and I believe some modulator. What's it called? Let's find out. What is the name of the thing we got? Manipulator module, that's what it is. We got one of those and some money, and we get to permanently keep the dash tech. Now, one thing I highly recommend that we do as soon as possible is switch to sprints. So all the upgrades that we unlock, we can find different versions of. We've got Blink Dash, which is like teleporting, and oh, it traps enemies as well. We might try that later. Air Dash, so we can dash while in midair. And then we've got Sprint, so it uses our energy, but we get to basically just keep sprinting. It's really fast, and I would much rather that than the dash we have right now. So once we have enough tech cards, we're definitely upgrading to Sprint. Okay, so there is more tech to grab. We'll accept the quest, but I don't know if we can actually get silver on our planet at the moment. And now that I'm checking, we do not have... Oh, we do have silver on our planet. We're gonna go ahead and do the next tech quest right now, then. It might seem weird to focus only on the tech quest, but trust me, with the abilities that it gives us, it is totally worth it to do these before the rest of the game. We already have 9 silver, so all we've got to do is mine and literally find 2 ores, and then we are ready for the mission. I wonder... We know there's a third tech. Let's see if we can predict what the next one's going to be. I'm going to assume that it wants... let's go with gold. Let's mine... Well, we're just going to mine everything, really. But first, we're going to need a little bit more food. And I don't really feel like making the farm yet. I want to focus on this tech stuff first. So what we're going to do is... Let's see if we can find it. We're going to make a bow and arrow. Now, for those of you who have not played Starbound, or maybe you actually hunt in real life, you may be wondering, why on earth did we just craft a bow and arrow when we have literal guns? In this game, a bow and arrow has a better chance of getting meat from killing an animal than any of our other weapons. So that's why we're going to be hunting with this bow and arrow, and see if we can get some food. With the bandana and the bow, we look kind of like Rambo. We got raw poultry, which is basically chicken. We got chicken, guys. I don't think we can eat these guys, but let's shoot them anyway. If we can hit them. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's what it is. If we use the bow and arrow, they have a greater chance of just good drops in general. So this is still a good thing to use when hunting animals, aliens. Is an alien on another planet classified as an animal? We got some steak. Does that thing drop food? It does! Oh, whoa. I don't know if I want to eat something that looks like that. Well, considering that it dropped venom, maybe it's... If something's venomous when it bites you, is it poisonous to eat it? Oh, we're back at the frog people's house. I remember these guys. They're really cool. Oh, that's right. I was about to say, why is he at half damage? He almost died in the last episode. But it's okay. We saved him. I'm surprised they don't heal. Oh, that's a big thing. That better drop steak. Ah. Need to reload. Why do bows use energy? Ah, there's a giant... I don't know what that thing is. Ah. Okay, that's it. We're stabbing this guy. Of course it's attacking the frog dudes. Stop attacking my friends! No, what are you doing? No, I'm not trying to shoot the frog person. No, 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 no. Please don't be upset. I shot you by accident. Are they upset at me? I can't tell. All they do is rivet. I don't want them to hate me. Another mystery pod. Will we blow up or will we get stuff? We blew up. We're on fire. Wait, I think. Are we still carrying the capture pods on us? We are. Okay, guys. Here is something that is very, very cool. So, these capture pods If you're thinking, that looks a little bit like a Pokeball, that is because it is basically a Pokeball. What we can do with these is if there's an enemy that's damaged down to half health, we can capture them in the capture pod, and then they become like a pet. And if you look down here, you can see, I think it's called a Gleep, and it's on fire. So each of the, let's see, there's randomly generated monsters, but the monsters that aren't randomly generated have special, I mean, let's just pretend it's Pokemon. It's a shiny Gleep, or whatever it's called. So we are going to try to capture this thing by hopefully getting it down to half health. We can do so without burning to death. So you'll notice that even though it's not just a cosmetic thing that it's on fire, it actually does deal fire damage. And I cannot hit this thing to save my life. Come on. I think one more hit. There we go. And now what we want to do is we want to try and throw the capture pod at it. Nope. Okay, first we're going to heal because I can't aim to save my life. There we go. And we have now caught a Fire Gleep. I did get the name right. I do want to eventually use a capture pod to capture every type of alien that we can find. I don't know if I'm going to go for all the unique ones. In fact, let me have a look. I believe we can actually look at it in collections. Yeah. So you can capture, there's 60 different creatures to capture. And of like the shiny versions, there's 57. Although considering we just started and we already got the fire one, we might try to get them all. I might regret saying that, but we'll see what happens. And we're almost back home, so then we'll cook our food. But before we go mining, I'm going to put our capture pod with the Gleep in a safe chest. And I believe our spaceship has... Yes, it does. We have a storage chest right here. This is where we're going to put stuff that's really, really, really important. Because I don't know what the chances of the... What are they called? I have to check again. Rare pets. I don't know what the chances are of the rare creatures spawning. But I don't want to lose it either way. Especially since capture pods, you pretty much only get them from missions or from spending a lot of resources. And that's way later in the game that we can even make those. So we need to use our capture pods wisely. So I believe this is where we started mining last time. So we're going to head off another direction so that we're not just going through the same empty hallways. It's not empty tunnels. Okay, we are at the tech lab, and we have just given Elliot the silver. And now we are looking at doing pulse jump tech, double jump, to see if we are gonna test it to see if it works. There we go, and let's do this. Okay, here we go. So pulse jump works pretty much like the classic double jump. Seems pretty simple so far. Oh, I think this is to test distance. There we go. Much light. There we go. Oh, I didn't even see that there was no floor. Oh, man. There we go. That was close. And, oh, okay. So it looks like what we're trying to do is going to fall and then jump onto that platform. There we go. That's the other thing that's really nice about double jump, is that you can use it to... Ah! Man, I messed up. What I was saying is you can use double jump to stop yourself from taking fall damage. If you time it exactly right, you can fall, and right before you hit the ground, hit the jump again, and you won't take fall damage. It's something that takes a little bit of practice, but it is totally worth having the double jump. Yep, there we go. We got money, and now we can do double jumps. And I guessed correctly. We want 10 gold bars for the next upgrade. On second thought, though I would really like to unlock the last tech ability right now, I think that we should build a farm, because if we look at our food supply right now, we just did a planetary hunt. We walked around the whole planet and hunted the whole time, and this is how much food we have left right now. Now, we could just go hunting every time we need food, but that's not very time efficient. And the first time that I explored the planet, if we look in this chest right here, I collected all of these seeds so we can get food. Now, eventually, we'll have, like, specific rows for everything, but for now, we're just gonna plant all the carrots we have, then all the potatoes, and just work our way from there. So we're gonna head... So let's see, so first we need to build a hoe, and we'll also need a wooden watering can. Okay, so we're gonna want a relatively level place to do our farming. Let's find a good location to build our farm. Maybe out here in the front. I like that idea. So we're gonna level this area a little bit, and then I'll... Let's see, I was about to say I'll get back to you, but let's just make this a time lapse. Okay, so I've planted our entire farm with all the seeds that we have so far. I did prepare more area than we really need, but better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. It's going to be a while before the plants obviously are ready to eat. And thankfully, though, it was raining though while we planted, so the soil's completely prepared, it's been watered. We do have a watering can to water it when it needs water when it's not raining, but for right now, we don't need to worry about that. So I think that the next thing we should do is head back to the outpost and see if there are any quests besides the mining one, because next time we go mining, I want to have a lot more food than we had this go round. We didn't plant the tomato seed. Oh, we can't leave the tomatoes. That's not acceptable. Sorry. Before I got distracted, what I was saying is that next time we go mining, I want us to have a lot more food than we did this go round. Because if we get stuck underground, there is not much food to find down there, and I do not want to be stuck underground unable to heal. So we're going to focus on some more simpler missions that we can do at the outpost. So I'm going to put my stuff back in the chests, but I will catch back up when we get back to the outpost. Okay, so we are back on the outpost, and I believe that now is a good time to talk to this penguin here. Let's see what's his name. Dr. Akagi? Akagi? Whichever one of those it is. Let's see, he wants us to test his modular space mech through a test course. So let's try that out. Okay, we've accepted the quest. Yep, we are ready to go. So here we are. Let's see. I wonder if there's anything in these chests. Let's see. We cannot move. We are in zero gravity. Okay. So let's find exactly what they're going to... Oh, it's a target shoot, so we can open the gate. So let's take care of that. Let's see. So we've got a gun on our left click. What happens if we right click? Do we have anything? Oh, we've got like a defense shield? There we go. Okay, let's drop down here. Okay, so we need to keep track of our mech's energy reserves, because if we run out of energy, I believe we die. Die. Haha! Mid-air shot. Oh, we did it! I can shoot with a mech, apparently just not as a human. Oh, that was the entire test course? We did it! That was the entire test course. So I believe now, if he's anything like good old Dr. Elliot, he should let us keep the mech now, I believe. Excuse me. Let's see, heading down. Let's talk to Dr. Akagi. Yep, we now have... Oh, he gave us some spare mech components so we can make our own mech. So we are now going to make a mech. We're going to decline this quest for now. He wants us to try and get upgrades for the mech, and we haven't even built it yet. So let's do that. Oh, do we go here to build the mech? That's where we build new pieces for the mech. Okay. So this is like the crafting station for mechs. This is where we can build our mech. And we've got the gun on one hand, and we've got a drill on the other hand. And we've just got the basics so far, but we can change the colors. So just give me a moment. I take a while with these things. It also doesn't help that I'm colorblind, so it takes a long time. Why are blue and purple right next to each other? I think that's blue. That one's orange, so that one's yellow. Blue and yellow. We'll go with blue and yellow. You know what? I was about to go for another quest, but since we just unlocked the mech, it would be a shame if we didn't use it in this episode. So we're gonna go to our spaceship, and we're gonna find a place where we can use our new mech. Oh, we've got enemies. We've got enemies. We are being attacked with by boulders, and the boulders have faces. This may just be a drill, but you can hit things with it. I really hope we get a reward for this. Although really, since we got to attack things, violence is its own reward. Okay, so we're getting pretty close to where I think it's time to end the episode. However, I think that we have enough time to go mine some gold. Let me kill this thing real quick. I think we have enough time to go mine some gold so that we can get that last tech upgrade from Dr. Elliot, and then we'll be completely maxed out on, well, not maxed out. We will have all the upgrades available to us, which I feel like will put us in a good spot for our future adventures. So I'm gonna walk over to a place where I haven't started mining before, and then we will begin a new mine to try and find some gold. Okay, guys. So, while I was walking to find the mining place, I found the rare version of whatever that creature's called. So we're going to do that real quick, because, the fact that we have seen 2 in one playthrough, not to mention both of this were filmed, not one playthrough, in one session. And these weren't even that far apart, like, I filmed all of this today. Okay, we need to get rid of that thing. Okay, but still, yeah, this is absolutely insane. So we're gonna try to capture this dude. We have taken enough of his health. And we have got the albino pop-top. That is insane. We have got 2 of the rare creatures in one day. So we're gonna wait to go to the mining. We're gonna, go back to the spaceship real quick so that we can put this in a safe place. Yeah, that is crazy. I think there was, what, 56 or 57 rare pets, and we have caught 2 of them in one session today. That is insane. Yeah. Yep. That is insane. I can't believe it. That is awesome. Okay, so we are back at the outpost. We have the gold that we need, and now we can give it to Dr. Elliot. And yep, looks like we can test out the new tech, and let's go. And if I remember correctly, I believe, yep, you roll into a ball for this tech. It is literally Samus. But that's okay, because it is really cool, and it will help us a lot later. Oh, and it does use power, so I need to make sure to actually let my power recharge. There we go. I like how it's giving us tips on how to do it mid-air while we've already finished. There we go. Down we go. And we have finished the obstacle course. And I believe that that is all the basic techs unlocked. So we have now got all the upgrades. We've just got to talk to Dr. Elliot so that he'll give us this one again. And yep, there we go. And I believe now, yep, he says that we're at the forefront of tech development, aka he is done with quests for us. So, our next thing that we'll be doing, once we, in terms of upgrades, is we'll be getting the different versions of each upgrade. I already know exactly which ones I want to get. but we have got a good start to that. So now that we have got all the upgrades, all the basic upgrades for our tech tree, I think that this is a great place to end the episode. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you again next week.